what people don't realize that this young man had two 14-day close contact quarantines, and he never tested positive. And that second 14 stretch was the 2 weeks right before practice started. And so he missed that time right before practice started. And in Asheville, one game, I put him in and we called a play, and he looked at me like I was talking Chinese. And he's so great a kid. He cares so much. I mean, he cares so much, he beats himself up. And I think that we've tried to get him out of that. If he misses a shot, he's still thinking about it 5 possessions later. So been trying to get him out of that. His knees have been giving him a problem. I told him he might still be growing, but you take away what he's done from that point to now, he just got a bad start to our season. Okay. Missing 14 days right before we start playing is tough. And at that same time, his shot wasn't going in as much as it used to. And he started worrying about that. But I love kids that worry. They show you that they care. And this is a kid that cares. And you look back, and I don't know, you guys got the stats, his last 4 games or 5 games, he's gotten a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. And he deserved the time. And Garrison was struggling. I got mad at Garrison for missing the box out and put him right back in. And Garrison had given the tired signal. And so he was ready to go. He goes back in, and Walker Kessler understood immediately. And I think that then when I put him back in again, I took him out one time because he was tired. But I just love it for the kid because he beats himself up, but he cares. And again, I've said many, many times, give me a kid that cares. That's a kid that's going to really get better. So to answer the question, he's been getting better. Today, the pace of the game early up and down, the guys were finding him around the basket, and he's a great finisher. And even on the inbounds play when he knocked in that 10-foot jumper. So I just thought he was phenomenal for us. And on the defensive end of the floor at the end of the first half, he was one of those guys in there that had at least 1 block and maybe 2 during that stretch as well. So I just as happy as I can be for him. And he's one of those guys that I always say, do the best you can because you never know when you're going to be called on. And he was called on today, but he's been called on the last 4 games as well. I think he was big in every game we've been the last 4 or 5 games.
I couldn't really tell you, honestly. I just think that our whole team stepped up, and there's fans. Shout out to the fans for coming, and obviously they couldn't come before, but, just a combination of just a bunch of stuff.
He's been preparing nonstop. Every single practice, before and after, I always see him working on his post move, working on his touch, getting shots up, making sure he's sharp before every game. I mean, he's there before and after practice all the time. And I know all the work he's been putting in, even around shooting rounds. I know he puts a lot of extra work in, and it goes unseen. Maybe except for the coaches, they definitely see it, but that definitely helps us, and it helps him a lot. And I know he's going to keep getting better because this game is definitely going to motivate him to do better.